Lawrence Butler is going to be joining us here. It's going to be an honor to have him. And that's how we do it on the field. We're able to switch from Ken Korak to Lawrence Butler. That easy. It's great to finally have you on the show.
How we doing, Chris?
I'm doing wonderful. How are things?
I'm doing amazing now that I'm on the show.
We're talking about greatness of Ken Korak leading into you. He was just talking about how, this is years from now. Hopefully something like 20 years from now, you want to be an analyst.
I love to be an analyst, man. Y'all job looks so fun. Y'all get to come out here every day and just talk about the sport, analyze people. I know it's got to be fun.
Well, think about what it would be like after you play for X amount of years, where your job is basically you tell the people what you see, because after all these years of playing professional baseball, you have a certain insight that people don't, and you're able just to tell everybody and show everybody, whether you're in studio, whether you're on a show like this, or you're up actually during the game. You'd be great at it.
I'd be amazing at it, I think I could tell the people what I feel like from my point of view, to give them from like a recent player's point of view. So I have a lot of fun doing it. I have a lot of fun.
All right, everybody has that moment when they first show up. Some people have had it like when they drive up. Some people have it when they're playing against a certain player. What is that? Oh, my God, I'm in the big leagues. What was that one moment like, I'm here?
I would have to say in first series, Nationals, the second game, I was just in center field. And, I'm just looking at the whole ballpark, and I'm like, wow, I'm really playing center field for the Oakland A's right now. It was a surreal moment. It was so cool because, you dream of that as a little kid by, any team you get drafted by. So that was probably my I'm in the big leagues moment.
Yeah, because, all these years, you think about, can that be me? Will it be me? Of course, you got to believe it's going to be you. And then that finally happens when you get in the big league clubhouse, because you get such a taste of it. Like, your spring training was so good, you had to taste it. It had to be right there for you leaving spring. Disappointed you're just going to Double-A, but you just had to taste it then in spring training, like, this can be me.
Yeah, spring training was a huge help for me to just see how the big league players work, how they carry themselves, how they go about it day by day. And, I had some great guys in the clubhouse, Brownie, TK. They're showing me the way, just helping me. Any questions I have, they're always there to answer them. So, spring training was a huge taste. Cott's always on me, just making sure I'm doing the right thing. So that was huge.
Now, at what age, because you come out of high school, and it's a different world, high school baseball than professional baseball. At what age do you think the light started to go on for you and you really started becoming the player you are now?
I would say after my 2019 year, that was probably the worst year I had in pro ball. So after that year, it kind of just clicked for me all right, talent is talent, but you're still going to have to work hard to be the best and to get to where you want to be. So, after 2019, we didn't have a 2020, so I just worked the whole 2020. We just grinded, me and some of the guys back home. We just do lives every day. We're just doing baseball things every day. So I feel like that year was the year.
I was shocked because we still did this show during COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even when we had no games, then the 60 game starts, the alternate site. We didn't always think about what was happening at the alternate site because we were focusing on what was going up here. And then I recently found out you weren't there. And that made you angry. And I'm like, I'm angry you weren't there.
It kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Talk about that putting the chip on your shoulder. Like, how dare you not bring me to San Jose?
It drove me. It drove me a lot because, those guys are getting to compete against former guys in the org, and they're getting to be in front of the higher ups, so they get to see them every day. But I'm back home. Nobody's looking at me, so it just made me grind even more harder, lit a fire in me. So, that next year I came back, lit it up, and, it's just been up ever since.
We see you talking about home, and we've heard about home, and that's why you throw up the fours with the home run and everything. But tell us back at home. Obviously, for my generation, Marquise Grissom was a great player.
Amazing.
He was a great player. And just talk about the support system and what you have at home.
Home is everything for me. I love Atlanta. Marquise Grissom plays a huge part in my development and where I am today and my knowledge because, without him, I probably wouldn't even be here or know the things I know today. He's just huge. He always gives us like before we work out, he gives us a 30-minute speech every day on just life, baseball. How we can better ourselves on and off the field. So he's a huge part. I got a great group I work out with too back home. Cam Collier, Chandler Simpson, he leads MIL being stolen bases. Michael Harris, Cabrera Weaver. We got a great group. Tink Hintz comes out there too sometimes. So we have a great group down there on us.
So I bet everybody's buddies. I bet it's a competitive group.
Oh, we get after it. Like we'll be hitting on a hill, and like he says, like the top of the hill is like 50 points. Before it's 40. I mean, we go after it every day. Me, Cam, and Mike trying to hit that 50 every time. So we get after it out there.
If I could put you in an ideal situation, say, okay, this is where you're playing every day, where would it be?
Like just anywhere?
Anywhere. Center, right? What would be ideal for you on an everyday basis?
Center field, no questions. I love center. You're the guy out there. Like you can control everything. You just when you call the ball, they got to get out your way. Like you can just take control of the game, and really you can be a game changer. The guy in center field has a lot of pressure on him, but pressure makes diamonds. So I'm ready for it.
Well, also you're the captain out there because you can help set the right fielder to the left fielder. Back in the day, Willie Mays, before everybody had cards and do it, Willie Mays actually positioned his guys.
Oh.
And center fielders, what the pitch is coming, so you can kind of anticipate. Yeah. If you know the batter, you know the pitcher.
Exactly.
You don't get that in right and left field.
Nah, seeing right, you kind of just got to look at your center fielder the whole game. Like, all right, which way are you moving? All right, you got the card, but sometimes the center fielder might know a little bit more than the card does. So he's like, all right, this is a slower pitcher. We're not going to go oppo. We might just go a little pull. So, and that makes me feel good when I move a left or right fielder and they can make a play. So it's like I had my hand in that. I just helped the team get better a little bit. So that's all it is.
Give us your scouting report and what you think of Zack Gelof's game.
Amazing player, has style. He's just unbelievable. Come up here, lit it up, lighten it up still. Good glove, athletic, steals bases. I mean, you would say he's a 5 tool, but I think he's a 6 tool because he also has the great baseball IQ with him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kid's unstoppable. He's an unbelievable kid, unbelievable teammate in the clubhouse. I love Zach. He's like one of my best friends now. So, he's going to be here for a long time.
He's got it.
He has the it factor. He for sure has the it factor. Like, that's a superstar in the making right now. Y'all heard it here first. He's going to be an all-star. Multiple year all-star.
Like there's that leadership to go with all these tools and all the things that he does and hitting the ball everywhere. There's that leadership that he's got.
Yeah, Zach's for sure one of the leaders now. He comes in, does it the right way, gets his work done every day, always in the weight room, always trying to get better. So I just like when I come up here, I just kind of follow him, see what he does, and just try to mold to be a player like him.
You brought up New Oakland in spring training, and everybody loves that, the young kids coming up together because we see that in certain organizations. What's it now like? I know Tyler just got sent down, but what was it like to have all you guys in the big league clubhouse looking around like we're finally here?
It's just getting us for the future, like you said. Like the young guys are gonna history repeats itself. So we had Chapman, Ole, those guys. So I feel like we're the next group of that talent to come in, turn this organization around, and win some more games and put some more banners up in center field. So that's the ultimate goal, win games and win World Series.
And for me, it always means something no matter what organization you're in. It means something when you get drafted by a team, get raised by that team, and you make your debut and play for that team. How did that feel?
That's like the dream come true. Like when you get drafted, you never dream of being traded or anything. You dream of making it to the league with that team. So for me to go through them, get drafted by them out of high school, go through the minors, develop, and finally make it here is like it's like a dream come true. Especially out of high school, you really don't care where you go. You just want to play pro ball.
Yeah.
So like for me to make it with the team that drafted me it's an amazing feeling.
Let me tell you this: we're over 6 million downloads on this show.
Oh wow.
We're number one in baseball. So don't let the attendance fool you. We got a ton of people watching it, right?
Okay.
They've been so excited about you. They've talked about you. We've also do the post-game show after the game. We take the phone calls. There's been a lot of people waiting for you to get here, and they're absolutely thrilled you're here.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fan base. They've always showed me love on social media. Like spring training, the fans will always just make me feel at home. So, we do have one of the best fan bases in baseball, regardless of what's going on outside of the sport right now. But, I mean, I love the A's fans, man. They're amazing. They always bring it every game, so I'm having a lot of fun with them up here.
hopefully this is the first of many, many, many interviews. It's been a lot of fun to watch you play.
Thank you.
It's been great to meet you. You have a great game tonight, and finish up strong.
We will do. We will do. Go Ace.
And then future A's broadcaster.
Hey, you never know. Be out looking out for me. I'm ready.